Located at the southern tip of the Baja California peninsula, Cabo San Lucas is a picturesque resort city that combines natural beauty with luxurious amenities. The stunning beaches, turquoise waters, and dramatic rock formations make it a popular destination for sunseekers, while the vibrant nightlife and thriving culinary scene keep visitors entertained well into the night. But before you land to bask in the goodness of the city, beware of the scams waiting to rob you of your good experience in Cabo San Lucas. Here are the top 9 scams to watch out for in Cabo San Lucas. Fake tour agents. Are you searching for a local group of tour guides to take you through the beauty of Cabo San Lucas? Before you pick any of these agents, stop and reconsider your options because the city is full of fake tour agents waiting to scam tourists like you. In the beginning, these scammers pose as legitimate tour agents and offer attractive packages for various activities such as whale watching, snorkeling, and ziplining. They may approach you on the street or even outside your hotel. They offer deals that sound too good to be true and require you to pay up front. Once you've paid, the scammers disappear and you never hear from them again. In some cases, they may provide fake tickets or give you a false pickup time and location, leaving you stranded with no way to contact them or get a refund. So it's essential to do your own research before booking any activities or tours. Only use reputable tour guides with plenty of 5-star reviews on TripAdvisor or Google. If anyone approaches you aggressively and forces you to buy a package from them, it's often a red flag of what's about to come. ATM swipers. Beware of the ATM scam in Cabo San Lucas, where con artists loiter near ATMs like a pack of wolves. These scammers usually work in pairs or more and have their eyes set on your hard-earned money. The first type of ATM scam involves a stranger approaching you and offering to help you avoid local bank fees. Sounds too good to be true, right? It is. What they really have is a card skimmer in their pocket ready to scan your debit or credit card while you input your PIN. With your information in hand, they can clean out your account without you even realizing it. The second type of ATM scam is a variation of the first, where the scammer will try to lean in to get your PIN before they make their move. They'll then try to convince you that the session wasn't completed or that you forgot to remove your card. This is when they'll pickpocket you or swap your cards, giving them access to your account. To avoid falling victim to this scam, always be wary of strangers offering assistance at an ATM. Cover the keypad while entering your PIN and be sure to check for any suspicious devices attached to the machine. And remember, if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. Overcharging taxi drivers. Almost every tourist comes across the overpriced taxi fares in Cabo San Lucas. The scam begins right from the airport, where a line of taxi drivers try to pick you up for your hotel destination. While you may be unsuspecting at first, these drivers see little competition within the airport due to restricted access and will use that to exploit the tourists. Sometimes the meter will be running before you get in the taxi, resulting in an overpriced fare at the end. Other times, the taxi driver will take a longer route to charge a higher price for a close-by destination. These tactics have been declared illegal, but it's up to tourists to double-check their taxis before getting in. To avoid falling into this scam, always ask the driver how long it will take to reach your destination and confirm it with Google Maps on your phone. If it doesn't match, you should opt for a different taxi. Secondly, tourists should ask the taxi driver to start the meter in front of them once they're seated so it's running anew. You can also opt to walk a little further from the airport to hail a taxi for a much cheaper price. Fake police officers. The fake police officer scam is a serious problem that some tourists may encounter in Cabo San Lucas. In this scam, individuals posing as police officers will stop unsuspecting tourists on the street and accuse them of a supposed infraction or fine. The fake officer will then demand immediate payment, sometimes using threats or intimidation to coerce the tourist into handing over their money. To avoid falling victim to this scam, tourists need to be vigilant and cautious when approached by someone claiming to be a police officer. Always ask for identification and be sure to call the local police station to verify the officer's legitimacy and the fine. Legitimate police officers in Cabo San Lucas will never demand immediate payment on the spot for fines or infractions. If a police officer approaches you with such demands, it is likely a scam and should be reported to the local authorities immediately. It also doesn't hurt to be aware of some common laws in Cabo San Lucas so you can't be coerced into falling into these types of scams. Trust your instincts, and if something seems off, do not hesitate to ask for identification or call the local police station to verify the officer's legitimacy. Bird dropping pickpockets. Oh no, a bird dropped on your clothes. What do you do now? Hold on now, this is the beginning of a perfectly crafted scam. The scam starts with someone tossing a piece of white paste on the tourist's shoulder while walking through the city streets. You'll look up at the sky and so will the scammer for a moment, so you believe it's really a bird dropping on you. The scammer will then approach the tourist, offering to help clean up the supposed bird droppings while pretending to be a concerned resident. Sometimes it's just one person, while in some cases there can be 2 or 3. As the scammer helps to clean up the mess, they also take the opportunity to pickpocket the tourist's belongings, such as wallets, cell phones, or cameras. This can happen quickly and discreetly, leaving you unaware that you have been robbed until you're at a restaurant with a finished meal in front of you. To avoid falling victim to the bird-dropping pickpocket scam, tourists should politely turn down any assistance offered by locals who rush over to help. It's best to keep everything you own hidden, preferably with your money and credit cards in an inside pocket. Broken cameras. The broken camera scam is a common trick that some residents in Cabo San Lucas may use to swindle unsuspecting tourists. A local resident will approach a tourist and ask them to take a picture of them using their camera. After the picture is taken and the camera is handed back to the resident, they will then intentionally drop the camera, causing damage to it. The resident will then accuse the tourist of damaging the camera and demand immediate payment for repairs or replacement. This can be a particularly convincing scam, as the tourist may feel guilty or responsible for the damage and be more likely to comply with the resident's demands. To avoid falling victim to the broken camera scam, it is important to be cautious when approached by strangers asking for help with their cameras. Turn down any request for taking photos unless you are certain that the person is not a resident and has no ulterior motives. Animal photos. Have you always wanted to take photos with an exotic parrot or monkey perched on your shoulders? In an exotic place like Cabo San Lucas, taking photos with wild animals is a reality. However, these opportunities are often scams meant to extort money from tourists like you. But how do they work? As you're walking through a public space like a beach, a local will come up to you, offering to let you take photos with their exotic animals. Monkeys, parrots, and snakes are some of the most common animals in these tricks. Sometimes the offer would be to take the photo for free, only for them to demand payment or charge an exorbitant fee afterward. If you refuse to pay, these locals begin harassing you with threats. So if anyone comes up with an animal for you to take photos with, it's best to politely ignore them and refuse the free offers. Damaged jet skis. Renting a jet ski can be a thrilling way to explore the turquoise waters of Cabo San Lucas. Let's be honest, it's probably on your planned itinerary. But before you hop onto this exciting activity, you should know just how some rental companies can scam you simply for being a tourist. After renting a jet ski, you may discover some damage on the vehicle that you didn't cause. The rental company may accuse you of causing the damage and demand that you pay for the repairs or replacement. They may even threaten to call the police and have you arrested. To avoid this scam, make sure to inspect the jet skis carefully before renting it. Look for any scratches, dents, or other damage and take photos as proof. If you notice any damage, point it out to the rental company and insist on a different undamaged jet ski. Don't fall for any pressure tactics or threats to pay for damage you didn't cause. Better yet, tourists should book themselves ahead of time with reputable touring and rental companies with incredible and genuine reviews online. Free drinks. If there's one way to describe Cabo San Lucas, it's to call it a carefree southern paradise. From delicious cuisine to vibrant bars and nightclubs, you'll come across endless opportunities to drink to your heart's content. But being a foreigner in a tourist city like Cabo San Lucas comes with a scam of its own. The drink spiking scam in Cabo San Lucas is a frightening and dangerous experience that can happen to anyone. This scam typically occurs in bars, nightclubs, or other public places where alcohol is served. The scammers will befriend you and buy you drinks, creating a sense of camaraderie and trust. Then, while you're not paying attention, they'll slip a substance into your drink that will incapacitate you. Once you're incapacitated, they can take your money, your jewelry, and anything else of value. This is an especially scary event for younger men and women, where these scammers may even sexually assault you while you're drugged. Never accept drinks from strangers, and always keep a close eye on your own drink. If you set your drink down, don't drink it again. It's also a good idea to go out with a trusted friend or group and to avoid going to unfamiliar places alone.